Let there be peace and love among all beings of the world. Let there be peace, let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar, Namaskar. Welcome to Satsang. Wake up, wake up. Oh pilgrim, sun is rising. And you have to get on the move. From this inn, you can't stay. Pack up and move. No one can stay here for long. No one can stay here. Everybody has to leave. It's better pack up and leave before you are pushed out like a gentleman. What is this? Living means knowing for certain that what you have been always identifying yourself, what is changing, like a pilgrim in the inn has to move. Like this, what is changing is not to be relied upon. If someone asks you, who are you? And the question is, I am Nicholson, I am Thompson, I am Wolf, and so on. No one knows the answer of this question. You simply ask, who are you? Straight away, you go to identify yourself. The question refers to your body. How have you become? What changes? Childhood came, gone, changed. You say, when I was a child, I was playing, I was going to school, no more. Now, youth came, no more childhood. Same person, same body. Young man. Responsibility, different responsibility, same body. Body is changing. Now, youth is also gone, and you are seeing childhood gone, now youth also has gone, now comes old age. So you have the experience of childhood, you have the experience of youth also. Now, old age does not give you experience. You cannot say, when I was old, no. It will take you away. What changes? The body changes, childhood to youth and youth to old age and old to disease and disease to death. That ended. But you remain the same. When I was a child, when I was a young man, when I was old man. The I remains the same, and I is the one that everybody is. I will say I, you will say I, they will say I, everybody will say I. I is one, the bodies are different. So this shows there is one absolute reality in all the beings which does not change. which is not a pilgrim, which has not to leave. So you have to identify not with that changes, not with what is born and dies. How you have identified with something which changes, and you are changeless. Here is the question. When I ask you, instead of identifying yourself with that which changes the body, you have straightaway identified yourself with I, and all these years, generations after generations, you have been identifying this I with the body, with the mind, with the ego, with the senses, and with manifestations. And you have not been told to know who is this I. It is so simple, you see. What does not change is immortal truth, is eternal happiness, is bliss, is consciousness and existence, which has no change. So how could it be possible that instead of identifying yourself with that which changes, suffers and dies time and again? So here we are together to find out how to get rid of this identification with that which changes and identify with that which is changeless and which has been changeless, which will remain changeless. What difficulty is there? Simply you have to reason out. Only just your reason is needed. Just give a patient reasoning. Once a while, anytime, now, in this life or the next life, this depends on you. Because you are not going to be happy unless you solve this question. And this question has never confronted you. So you have to ask now. You have been asking questions to others, and others have been asking questions to you. But this question has never been occurred that you should ask this question to your own self. And this question perhaps will be the answer in itself. But you have got to be serious somehow. If you lack to solve this question, what is lacking is only sincerity, you see. I had this trouble myself also. I also went from place to place, teacher to teacher, ashram to ashram, center to center. And no one ever did satisfy me. Right from Himalayas to down south, from east to west. I have asked everyone, starting from Himalayas, Rishikesh itself. Each Swami did I meet with. Straightway my question has been, have you seen God? If you have, would you enable me to see God? If you do, what's the price? you ask for. On my own account, I offer you my life, service throughout my life, if you do. So each one told me, you have to get into sadhana practice, pointing at their disciples. Look here, the people are sitting in this ashram doing sadhana for 50 years, 60 years. And those his disciples came to the rescue of the Swamis and mocking me. Look, this young boy, he wants immediately God. And we are doing sadhana and there is no trace of God, let alone God, not even tail of it. Each one was making fun of me, but I will not accept anything that I will accept. My question was straight away never asking. There is no deal in this thing. There is no practice in this because God is great. That's what I thought. He is all grace. He is all love. He is all majesty. I need no practice to see Him. Like sun it is. So I may have some trouble with my eyes and that has to be operated upon. And no one could satisfy me. So it was a miracle that I found someone who comes in my own house, gives me the address, to go to this man down south, and he will answer to your question. So I had gone there, saw this man. It was the time of his rest, from 11:30 to 2:30, so no one was entering in the hall, and I had occasion to speak to him because he was alone. Never did I know that this is the time of the rest for the master. And it was open, the windows were open, only the doors were closed. Finding the chance, I immediately went into the hall. The caretaker of the hall, who was attending on the master, stopped me, come at 2:30. I waited, then master was looking. He invited, let him come in. So I went straight away, prostrated before the master. And my question straight away unto him was, have you seen God? He did not speak. Can you show me God? He did not speak. If you have seen God, can you enable me to see God? He did not speak. If you show me God, what's the price? He did not speak. And if I am able to see God, and you are able to show me God, I will pay any price, my own life, lifelong service. That's it. He is quiet. I stood in front of him. He kept on looking unto me. He looked unto me. I looked unto him. So anyway, then little while he told me, God is not an object to be seen. He is the subject. God cannot be objectified. He is the subject. He is not anything that can be seen. He is the seer. Find out who the seer is, that's all. Find out who the seer is. That's all. That's all the teaching. That's all the teaching. Find out who the seer is, not what is seen. So instantly something, not only the word that I heard through my ears. This word had power and my heart was open because I was disappointed everywhere. No teacher in India satisfied me. Everybody practice. Enough practice I have been doing, I had done, and I remember what practices I have done in the previous life, as Buddha knew very well. Enough of the practice, I was fed up with the practices. And now was the time to see a perfect teacher who would show me something very new, very fresh, which I missed. Who can see the seer? Everybody wants to see, and what is seen is an object of sight, is an ego. So he said, find out who the seer is. Instantly he said, because my question was, can you show me God? And instantly he said, in Tamil, of course, and he was a student of mission school. He was son of an advocate. He studied in a mission school. At the age of 17, he left his place. And he said, you are God itself, person. You are God. Neither nor Bhagavan. You are God. And I didn't have doubt about it. It's a matter of minutes between a student who is really very qualified, deserving, obedient, and a perfect teacher. You don't need any practice. How far yourself would be away from you? How far distance? Common sense. I. How far is I situated from you that you need any kind of practice? If it was away, then of course you need some vehicle, by air, by road, by surface. But then here it is within of the within, nearer your breath, from where the breath rises. What you have got to do, only to give up your effort. You need effort to get hold of something. You need some effort to imagine something. Imagine something. It's beyond imagination because you don't need to imagine, because it is the fountain from where the imagination itself rises from, you see. Where the thought itself rises from. What can you think about? So you are not to think, and you are not to do any kind of practice or travel or fix any destination. So if you remove all these imaginations and your intentions of different kind of intentions of practice and postponements, and wipe out everything that comes in your mind about freedom or enlightenment or what you are even searching for. Not even concept of search must rise in your mind, all free. So this freedom from you itself is that which I speak about. There is nobody else to give you anything. You see, this is your own affair. And you have to do it yourself. If even you postpone, there's no problem, I don't think. If even you postpone, say millions of years, if you postpone, and at the end of millions of years, you are going to get it. Even at postponement, you are going to get it, and you will see you have not postponed it, because when you have known, there has been no sleep at all. There have been no ignorance, no darkness. When there is a light, where is the darkness? Where there is knowledge, where is ignorance? When there is a rope, where is the snake? When there is no misunderstanding, where is the mirage? All creation of the mind. And you have created yourselves because of imaginations. What is that imagination? Because I am not that. I am not absolute freedom. I am not absolute existence. And you are identifying yourself with something which is not abiding, which is not changeless, which is not eternal. This is the postponement, and those who have known it, they will do it now. Otherwise, like a grinding mill, day and night, it is grinding. The grinding mill is working, and all the beings are being crushed like grains. The mill is working. The stones are moving constantly, and beings are being crushed. Few here, there, one or two may be safe, who are near the center pivot, very near the center of the millstone, because they are near the center, nobody can crush them. So closer you go near the center, nobody can crush you. And anything which is away from the center, from the self, from the absolute existence, has to be crushed. So, my dear friends, you are here. I am happy. And I am very happy for the results also. I am very much encouraged. And some people are giving me absolute joy. I am happy about it. But I am requesting every one of you who are here. It's enough. All these people who are here, it's quite enough for the whole world, you see, to give light to everybody, you see. After all, we need only matchstick to light, and there is light, you see. Only one matchstick can burn the whole forest of ignorance. Just strike one match, just one matchstick in the forest, whole forest is ablaze, finished. This is what the ignorance is. When you take out one matchstick, I am free, and ignorance is burnt instantly. Are you? Beloved Master of Endless Laughter, August 7th. Would you please speak on responsibility after being blessed by an experience of revelation of freedom? Thank you for shaking me up. Shaking me up yesterday. Amazement is still here. Anything I try holding on to fades away. So I might as well relax with whatever arises and disappears and enjoy this crazy, eternal calm. Carino, dancing in your endless love, Sudarshan. First of all, it's not a good question. You speak of responsibility after being. I remember quite in 1954, a man came to me. He belonged to England. His name was James. As I remember, he came from Tokyo, and I was working in Bangalore, in down south. I was working in mining corporation, and he had my address. There was one conference, Catholic conference in Tokyo. So he was given my address, and then he straightway drove to Bangalore. And Bangalore, he took a taxi, and he came to Mangalore. 600 miles he did on a taxi, and he came on a very wrong way, not straight away. He had to go a longer distance from Mysore and Mysore to Assam and Assam to Bangalore. And he found out when he entered in the city, there was one medical shop. He found, I want to see Punjaji. He said, no, I have not seen him personally, but he is a friend of my friend who is a planter, coffee planter. So, you please wait, I will ring up and find out if he is downtown. He doesn't live here. He lives somewhere else on the mining areas, but he comes by shipments here to Bangalore. And he phoned, and then he sent his son to this friend's house where I was staying at that time. And not many people were there because I came just for 2 days. And I used to stay with this man, quite interested in Vedanta philosophy. And he straight away came, and he was very dusty. Taxi was parked outside. I said, "You have a shower, hot bath, cup of coffee?" No. I am all right. I excuse these people immediately. If these people excuse me, I have an answer. And it was this question. What's the responsibility after enlightenment? This was the question, and he said, for the last 18 years, I have been going from teacher to teacher, from China and Thailand, Zen teachers in Japan and in India and Iran, and Sufi sheikhs also in Europe. I'm not getting any reply, any good reply to this question, so I've come to you. So these friends excuse me. I ask a question. Yes, please. Everybody agreed. Yes, you are welcome. And he only stood, he didn't accept a cup of coffee. Also said to us this very question: what is the responsibility after enlightenment? I said, I gave one example of Second World War, when there was shortage of officers and the junior commissioned officers were promoted to senior commission. And they had very different behavior. You see, these junior commissioned officers have a different Indian rank, Indian officers you can call them, and in those days the commission of the seniors say, so instantly there was loss of all the officers. They needed officers, and very short training was given to them, and instantly they were commissioned from junior commission to king's commission. And I observed instantly these people, when they put on the different people on the shoulder. And next morning I saw absolutely change in them, change in the walk, change in the talk, and even the Indian beedis that they were smoking, I saw Abdullah 555 in their hand, or Craven A in their hand, 555 in their hand. What a change! Nobody taught them responsibility. Then I said, you see, you are no more after this thing, you have to abide by something else. After enlightenment, There is no ego now who has been responsible. There is no doership at all. There is no doership. So one has to first get freedom, and then it will take care of itself, because doership is not there. This question is from doer that wants to do something according to the rules of conduct. No. So this man rather reacts to the circumstances, and this does not leave any footprint in the memory. Just bird flies in the air, not leaving any trail behind. Action, not leaving any footprint in the memories. Whatever it does is accident. So there was another saint in Rishikesh. So some of my friends asked, he was of course a man of great study, old man also. In 90s, he was very well respected and revered by those people, and he used to go to Rishikesh during Chaturmas, means 4 months of the rainy season. So all Indians are supposed to get out of their houses and spend 4 months in a year outside of the house, including the acharyas. Even Shankaracharya is supposed to leave his ashram and stay out of the house. This is an idea to get out of the attachments of whosoever he may be. 4 months you have to stay at the bank of Ganga. Some go to Allahabad and spend 4 months in the Triveni Sangam, confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati, and some go in Rishikesh, and some in other places. This whole rainy season, monsoon season. So many saints come to Rishikesh. So each ashram calls for a very learned men. Some are interested in Ramayana, some in Mahabharata, and some in Vedanta, and some in Gita. So different ashrams ask for. So this man is invited by Gita Bhavan in Rishikesh. So he draws about 5,000 people in his attendance every evening. So some of my friends says, so this man is very clever. He is giving very good answer to each question. And if someone is not following, he abuses them. He had a very harsh tongue. This man had a harsh tongue. So when you ask him some questions, I said, no, even they compelled me. Some people from Lucknow who were staying with me, and some were from foreign countries also. It was 69. And I asked him a question, same question I asked him. And this man gave me very clever answer, very satisfactory answer, and I was satisfied. I was very satisfied with this answer. What was that answer? Answer was so simple. Not the one I gave to this man. It was so simple. He simply said, I have no experience. I have no experience, that's all. But the responsibility of a person after enlightenment, he says, I have no experience. So a a man who's speaking to 5,000 people and well respected. He could be so truthful. He could quote from the Upanishads or the Sutras, but yet not an experience. Experience is something else. So whatever you do after, it is after freedom questions. After freedom questions. So it's not the problem. Since this question is post-enlightenment question cannot be asked in pre-enlightenment. So first try to be enlightened and then ask this question, if you can ask this question. Because in that state, there is nothing to do and there is nothing not to do. What can you do? There is nothing to do and there is nothing not to do. You are only to react according to circumstances. Not only conceptualize what should I do now, nothing. That doesn't come. That comes when your mind is alive. When the mind is dead, what are you going to do? It is for the self. It is for the self to reply, self to behave, not the mind. Mind can mistake, ego can mistake, self cannot mistake, and you become self. You merge into the self after freedom. It's not your problem. It's the end of all problems, end of all conducts and moralities, whatever you can call it. That situation cannot be described, cannot be imagined or touched. Dear Master, since your amazing blessing yesterday, I am gently, intensely caring for this peaceful, sunny space. I feel pregnant with the unknown. I have had several Saturdays in my life. One time it lasted a week. And it seems to me that I am responsible for missing the invitations to deeper insight which that condition gave me somehow. I must have been heedless, must not have concentrated on my responsibility during that state. This moment, the question seems very relevant. Please guide me, if possible. Thankful. Guru Das. Guru Das ji, please come here. It's very interesting subject. Once again today. That's very good. I was very happy yesterday. I have been speaking all day about as to everybody. Even tonight, it was your topic on my mind more than anything else. It was your topic alone more than anything else. With my friends, with everybody whom did I see. It was very happy occasion for me. Anyway, these things happen. I will explain these things. Now you start with, I have had several satoris in my life. One time it lasted a week. First of all, satori is something, it's just a story. Story. A satori is just like a story, there's nothing more. It's not real. Because it comes, stays and goes, and that's how it happens. And what begins and ends, first of all, that's not reality. It begins, stays and ends, just like a wave. Wave rises, stays, moves and falls. It's not real, like this. Satori also like this, because it is concocted. Before that, you know that you want is satori, and for that you need a Zen stick also, isn't it? To put you in satori. Intention is earlier than this thing. To get into this, intention is there. Intention must be there, because you must have done some practice to enter into satori, and you must have heard about it before this.
Well, the first time it happened was I was 11 years old and riding on a horse, and I had no idea of anything, and it just all of a sudden perfection.
Accident.
Complete accident.
Accident. It is accident. But when you gave name to it,
oh,
yes. Who told you? You were on the horse and you got something. You at that time, you didn't call it a satori.
No, didn't call it anything.
Yes. So when you gave it a name, then it disappeared, no? Okay. So still you remember you were on the horse and you got something undescribable. So that you still remember. That had no beginning and no end, that was on the base. Because you practiced something and you had some experience and then you wanted to identify with the previous, therefore it cannot stay. Anything which has any name, any experience is only a concept. So, and it seems to me that I am responsible for missing the invitation. So it is good that you have missed it. It is good that you have missed it. Before riding a horse, you got something. Again you got a satori, isn't it? At what age did you get this satori?
That was the week was about 10 years ago.
Okay. After 10 years, you got this story.
I had been sitting Vipassana 7 days or so.
Yeah, that's what I said. You have to sit for satori in Vipassana. Achha, then you said it missed. So when it missed, and you found that you have missed something, isn't it? When it was missed, when you lost it, because you got it. After 10 years, you got something. After Vipassana practice, you got something, isn't it? And you lost it because you got it. Now what happens? So, when you got it and you lost it, then where did you return? Then you return again on the back of the horse. You just see. And that cannot be lost. That came to you by itself. I must not have concentrated. No, you have not to concentrate. You have not to concentrate. When you concentrate on some object. Who is the one who is concentrating? When you are concentrating, there must be an object of concentration. Just a little while ago, I said it cannot be an object. It is the subject. And if you know it is the subject, who will concentrate upon what? In this moment, the question seems very relevant. It is most irrelevant question in this moment. That's yeah. Do not give a landing ground to any concept. Do not give a landing ground to any concept. That's all you have got to do. If you do not allow a thought to land, what will happen? That will not rise. All these things, the mind will play, you see. The mind will play for quite something. The mind will play tricks for quite some time. The mind will play because it has used you for millions of years, and so soon it's not going to leave you. So soon it's not going to leave you. She has been your friend for quite a long time. So you mean to say you will be out of her grip so soon? That's not possible. She is very clever. So you have very careful for a few days at least. It is said all the life you have got to be very careful. Even in the end of the last breath also it can attack, and many have lost. We see Vishwamitra has lost penance, lost it. So you have to be very vigilant. Look around.
Who is careful? Who is vigilant?
Vigilance itself. Vigilance. simply vigilance, not who or whom. Will you stay like this thing? This is vigilance. This is vigilance. This quietude is vigilance. Quietude. Silence is vigilance. Silence is vigilance. So, in silence, don't allow a landing space to any thought. This is vigilance, that's all. Keep silence and see nothing trespasses this silence. Again and again and again. So, after what else will you do after that? Only this thing. And when your door is shut, the guest will go away. The guest will not stay. Keep your door shut, that's all. Keep your door closed, that's all. Nobody will enter. If it is open, then everybody will. No dearth of guests. From all sides there will be guests. And then perhaps this guest will turn you out, and they have done it. They have done it. The guests have turned out the host now. Who is the host? No host, no, only the guest. All the guests see inside, see. So look around in your house, the previous house, see. You look from outside, the guest will not allow you to enter now. You see, all that you speak about now are the guests. You have been turned out, that's all, because you were soft. You were soft, you forgot that you were a host. And the guests have taken charge of the house, turned you out, that's all. You were the owner, that's all. And you were enslaved. All these things were your slaves. Mind was your slave, ego was your slave, senses were your slaves, body was your slave, you see. And now you have been enslaved and forgot everything and in trouble now. The servant became the master, and master is now bringing you tea. Yes. Finished. Papaji, I have tried hard to change this dragon of Switzerland. Now I am doing nothing, and the sweetness, the honey, madhu, grows by itself. A week ago, you called me in Satsang. I was crying and I didn't realize that you were calling me. I am calling you now with the longing in my heart to be one with you. Beloved Papa, I am leaving soon. I thank you for all your madhu. Dear Papaji. Guru Das, my dear Guru Das, again and again, every day you check up. Few days. Every day, huh? Check up. Yes. Write down, ego. Write down, check up. Write down, check up. Trend of your mind, trend of your mind. Yeah. Trend of your mind, check up. Trends of the mind has to be checked. Trends of the mind.
Checked how? I don't understand. Checked.
Okay, you stay here. I will tell you how to check. Now you tell me what is the thought. You bring in any thought. I will tell you what is checking. You bring in any thought in your mind and tell me. I will tell you how to check it. Unarisen thought. Unarisen thought.
Unarisen thought.
Yes.
There is none.
And rising thought. Yes. Unarisen thought is none. And rising thought. Yes, unarisen has to rise. What the wave was before unrisen in the ocean. The waves before rising was unarisen, and now it is rising, okay? So you look at the unarisen wave, waveless space. So look at the before, you nip the bud itself. So I'm taking you not to allow the wave to rise. You see, before the rise of the wave, unarisen thought. Go and drag, because thought has to arise. Has to arise, then rising, then trouble, isn't it? And then goes, and then another one. Unrisen, rising, and then falling. This is the process of life. So this is checking the trends of mind. So simply go seeing it simply. So therefore I ask you, do invite now unarisen thought. Invite now. So no, try this. No, I'm telling you something, you see, in this thing you should follow. I'm telling you something, and I don't give a name, what will happen to you? This is to see the den of the bandits. The den itself of the bandits, see from where they will come and steal and break your house. Understand? I want to see. And what's going to happen, I will tell you later. You do it first and tell. You in advance to go and invite. Because when you describe it, it's past thought. When you describe anything, it's past already. Only past can be described. Now you yourself, volunteer yourself, no? And then invite. Oh, my dear thought, you come. Now you invite. This is checking the trend of the mind. This is vigilance, actually. This is watchfulness. And this must be your habit. And this is natural habit. And this is natural happiness also, you see. It doesn't cost you anything. If you allow it to rise, you are in trouble. Then there is this circle, this cycle of endless trouble. If you are not vigilant, it will rise. And this rise is called samsara. Understand? And if you look, this is nirvana. There is nothing else. If you look for it, nirvana. If you don't, samsara. If you don't look into this source, samsara. Simple, samsara. Simple. You look for it, where is the samsara? Gyate tatve kha samsara. When you know this, where is the samsara? Yes, if you don't, endless samsara, endless samsara. When you want to get rid of it, then you want freedom. Why to get into trouble at all? Why not check out? So Gurudas, do it because there is some secret in it, and I will tell you what I mean in this. There is some secret in this. If you do it, you get it. Yes, there is some secret. If you do it, you will get it, and when you get it, then we will tell you with each other. Otherwise, if I tell you earlier, you will not agree. So you do it first and tell me into my ear. Quietly. Then it will be wonderful. You simply go on digging into unarisen thought. Go on. What will happen? You just imagine what do I mean by this?
I'm at the thieves' den, and it's all light. There's so much light.
And go further. Yeah, you've done well, but go further.
Those fuckers don't let me in.
Huh? Keep on going. Keep on. You will be very happy. It's a very beautiful dance, I tell you. Very beautiful. Romance. It's a romance, really. I speak about it. Bliss, no? Everything combined together. Existence, knowledge, and bliss, and consciousness together dancing. You simply do this and look around what's happening. जिन खोजा तिन पाया, जिन खोजा तिन पाया, गहरे पानी पैठ.
Now the den succeeded in becoming an idea.
Huh?
The den became a wave.
Okay, very good then. Very good. Oh, still beyond. Still beyond. Still beyond, still beyond. See, that's a beautiful question asked by Girija herself. Oh, very good discourse, Girija and Shankar on Mount Kailash. Once it so happened, maybe for the good, they are both enlightened, maybe for the good of the universe, this question. All these questions, all these books are for the universe, good of universe only, otherwise they are enlightened people. So this Girija asks, my Lord, how to be free, how to be free, question to Shankar. And she is freedom herself, Girija, spouse of Shankar. And how to be free? Maybe for the good of the samsara in this question. And Shankar says, look unto me, what do you see? Look unto me, what do you see? And she says, I see my Lord Shambhu. I see my Lord Shambhu. Means form. Because the teacher asks, what do you see? Naturally I see the form also. Transcend it. Yes. When you transcend it. And if the student is sharp, whatever the teacher says, he has to obey. So next question, transcendent means don't see name, shampoo and form. What do you see? Light. So, as you said, light. Light. Transcendent. Transcendent. Transcend the name and form, then something remains, and that's light. Light is not this light, means knowledge, some kind of knowledge, means the previous concept of name and form is vanished. Now this knowledge that this is something disappeared, this knowledge is staying. Still the teacher says, transcend this knowledge also of light. And she kept quiet, that's all. No more question. Transcend the light. Then there's no difference. Then there's no difference between seeker and the sought, student and the teacher. So therefore I tell you, go on. Who's speaking? Come here, I don't hear. What's your name? Madhu? Madhu said you are Madhu said. Yes, Madhu.
When my message phone.
Yes. I was to call you later. Yes.
I think it's not true.
What?
I think it's not true.
What? What do you feel? It's a good letter. What more do you want?
What do I want?
Yeah.
I want just I want to be simple.
Simple.
People call me a doctor. People call me a doctor.
क्या करेंगे? चल ठीक है, बैठ जा, चुप करके बैठ जा। क्या भाई, ये कौन है? Who's Christine? Christine. Well, come, Christine. Christine. Give him some more place. Give him some more place. He's not sitting here. This becomes a habit later on wherever you go. And this self driving into the deep fathomlessness becomes constant, natural habit of it, and not exercise. That someday takes. I don't know, definitions are dying and confusion and fears arise. Who am I? No answer. You can't. With these fears and confusions, who told you to make inquiry? Who am I? It will not work. It's not going to work. Confusions and then fears And then
Yeah, it's not my name.
huh?
Confusion and yes.
Arise.
Took the right when I fell.
Went away, no? Why you mentioned it? Why you mentioned? Why you mentioned that they went away? This is something. Who am I? Something else. Then you are remembering, I was suffering from TB and you are in Barcelona, okay? And preparing to run 100 meters. 100-meter race. At that time, you are thinking I was suffering from tuberculosis. What will happen to your race? Will you get bored? This like this only, no? You are taking a leap, you see. You are on the move. You are just going, waiting for the shot. 100-meter race, you know. And then you are thinking, I was suffering from TB. It's like TB, you know. Yes. Not working. You decide first. If you are sick, stay in hospital. Best for you to stay in hospital. If you are in Barcelona, I was someone who is competing and others are spectators watching. That's all. Very beautiful word, beyond, inside, beyond, outside. This is all beauty. Here is beauty. Here is his. Satsang, you're still writing a good essay. Are you a journalist? Are you a journalist? And then you are writing a book. This journalism. This is journalism. Has got nothing to do with experience. You would have come in a very different shape. Very different shape. Sick man is a sick man. Dancer is a dancer. Musician is a musician. Something must be there in your hand. This man does this is everything. Papaji, I feel very grateful to be here with you. I have been to Satsang since Monday. It feels already like I have been with you for a very long time. My time here in India is very short, so I want to make the best use of my time with you. I have returned to India after a duration of 14 years. I lived in India for many years, and it special place. It holds a very special place in my heart. Next year, it will be 20 years since my teacher, Neem Karoli Baba, left his body, being troubled by him was deeply an experience of grace. Being troubled by who's this? Who's Sri Das? Who's Sri Das? Come here. I don't follow this letter. Next to you. You are staying in India?
I lived in India.
Where?
When?
Where do you live?
I lived in Punjab 3 years. I was in Peace Corps. Then after that in UP for another 3 years with New.
Since my teacher, Neem Karoli Baba, left his body, being troubled by him,
That's right. I don't have my glasses.
being
I can read it on my glasses.
Being touched.
being touched by him was
Trouble sometimes.
being touched by him was deeply an experience of grace. Coming into your presence is also a feeling of grace again. I feel that being with you gives me the opportunity to complete what was left undone with Maharajji. At this point in time, it is important to be with you in physical form. This past year, I moved to Boulder, Colorado. I have begun a career again, and this has brought up many fears around my physical survival. Being in Boulder, I have been fortunate
Yes,
fortunate to meet Gangaji, which has led me back to India and to you. So then,
how winding the road is.
how winding the
Winding.
how winding the road is, winding.
Winding.
The road is winding or the mind is winding? The road is winding or your mind is winding?
My mind is winding.
And then no road is winding. What you have got with the winding road? Let it be winding. The road is a road. you have to walk on the road. It looks very beautiful if it is winding. Much of my inner questioning is much of my inner questioning is how can I continue to be of greater service in my profession. Greater service in my profession. Since being with you, I am able to see my blocks more clearly. My anger, resentment, and
ambivalence,
and vigilance, and all the courage,
and all the ways I hold myself back.
I hold myself back. What do you mean? I hold myself back. What do you mean?
That ways that I want to be, I'm afraid to be, and so I don't allow myself to be that way.
Allow yourself to? I don't understand
that. I hold myself back from just being.
When you are meeting Neem Jodi Baba, you were holding yourself back, and he was holding himself back. You never met that place. That's to say, he was your teacher, and you were holding back from your teacher. That means the same thing. Yes? What is the relation between teacher and the student? Holding back from the teacher. Yes, your son.
At that time I did not know I was doing that. At
Yes,
that
you
time
have
I
done
did
it.
not know.
Yeah, it has come up. At that time it was more stupid, no? Now you have at least known, no? Now you have at least known. At that time you even never knew, you see. Seeing the sun, and there is one bird, it cannot see the sun. He comes out in darkness. What's the name of that bird? Some bird is there. He doesn't come out when the sun is there. He doesn't.
The owl?
An owl.
Night.
Maybe owl. Where does it go in the daytime? It holds back into the holes of the trees or somewhere. That's how can you see the teacher? How can you see the sun? If you go back, like which animal you said?
What?
What bird is this?
Owl.
Owl. It holds. It holds back from the light. I truly want to have freedom from all this. During Satsang with you, I have had Hanuman Darshan. On several occasions. You didn't hold back. You can't hold back from Hanuman, you know. You can't, you know.
I try. Sometimes.
No, I'm very sure you can't hold back because I know the habit of Hanuman. The more you hold back, the more closer he comes. Those who have gone to Bhardwaj, they have this experience. The more you hold back, the more near it comes. Anyway, here is the end. No more out. No more holding back. During Satsang with you, I have had Hanuman Darshan several occasions. Once I thought I understood Hanuman, but now I feel like I know nothing about. I should like your help to be released of all these blocks so that I may truly experience the wonder of Hanuman in my heart. Wonderful. I would also appreciate it if you would tell me about Sri and who she represents. Thank you so much, PAPAJI. Sri Das. So all is over. This year ends. Your life is just now started. Your time is well spent in washing. In washing the previous lives is over now. Here starts the day. Hanuman Darshan, action. That's all. Here opens the new door to light. So you don't need anything else. That's all. Don't need anything else. Only don't have doubt. Don't have doubt, but then they go together. Hanuman and doubt, they move together. A reality, a truth and doubt, they travel together. Travel together. Freedom and doubt travel together. When you got freedom, then doubt comes. Is it so? Is it so? Even Hanuman. You have let me tell you a story since I can't resist myself. I will not tell from the beginning, but it will be long. Some other day I will tell you. Because you say darshan of Hanuman, it means it will come only to a man of very clean mind. Very clean mind. Mind, not the previous one I have been speaking to. Never mind. After all, you have come for something. To India, you have come for something else, and it's not bad, but it takes time to remove the dirt from the cloth. And dirt doesn't belong to the cloth. That you acquired from outside, it has to be washed and thrown away, and that took you 17 years, doesn't matter. Now you are clean. Any color this cloth will get any color now. Any color, yes. Otherwise, a dirty cloth, you can't give saffron color. Yes, it was, I think the year was 45. I go to Chitrakoot. You have gone to Chitrakoot? You've gone to Chitrakoot?
Yes.
Then you will enjoy the story. So at Chitrakoot, I went to, for the first time I had gone. Why I have gone, I will tell you later. But I start the story at the bank of Mandakini river, just in front of Tulsidas Ghat, cross over by boat and go to Hanuman Dhara. Did you go to Hanuman Dhara? Excellent. Waterfall. Anyway, there I am coming from Madras to this place, and I used to keep silent, not to speak at all. I was not speaking. And I just had a bath. I didn't know, because I had no connection with this Uttar Pradesh, and that is in Madhya Pradesh, other state, MP. And even in UP, I had migrated from 47 after partition of the country. And I had gone to Chitrakoot. I had to go. And there I took bath, and one man in very shabby clothes, dirty clothes, looking like a priest, Brahmin, he asked me, I will take you around Kamtagiri. Did you go to Kamtagiri around?
Pardon?
Circuit, Parikama, you will enjoy. So, I will take you around Kamtagiri, Parikama. I kept quiet. Again he is insisting. So, I told him, my dear son, first of all, this is a pilgrimage place, and where is the earth which has not touched the feet of Rama, or his sanctified holy earth? So, wherever I tread is a holy place. I do not know, I am first time here, and you have made me speak so much. I don't want to accompany me. I will go myself. After all, it looks a very small town and forest. I will go myself. Everything is holy. He is insisting. So he said, I will recite to you Ramayana. And Ramayana I had not heard nor read, because in Punjab this book is not found, nor I knew Hindi. I knew Persian, Urdu. So I missed these scriptures written in Sanskrit or Hindi. When he said, I will recite the Ramayana, okay, I said, I will listen, and whatever I will pay. I have come for pilgrimage, I will pay. There's no problem, but I told him there's one condition, you will not take me to any temple. Any temple, I think, because these people are agents, no? And they will say, you pay so much to this man and so much to that man, and waste my time, and I'll have to speak, and then I will I will lose time. First, I told him, you will not take to any temple. So, you only decide Ramayana and take me around Kamtagiri, and what you speak of Hanuman Dhara, Spatakshila, Janki Kund, and then Ansuyaji and Udav. These are the places to visit. Okay, sir. Then he starts step by step reciting Ramayana. So beautiful, so very sweet. Each word is sinking in my heart. I said, who this man could be singing so much happiness and so much joy speaking. And this man must be a great devotee himself. And I was just a step behind, listening. So he goes halfway near Bharatku, well of Bharata, where Bharata came from Ayodhya. Bharat, Ram's brother, came to meet and insisting, I don't want this kingdom, you come back. So, there they meet, and he told me, this priest told me, let us drink water of this well. I said, no, no. In Punjab we don't drink anything when we are going around Parikama of a temple, we don't drink anything. No, no, this is very religious well, and here everybody is supposed to drink the water of this well because this is holy water. Here Rama and Bharata have met here. So he insisted. So he drew water. There's a bucket and rope there, you see. So he had two very big laddus in his tower. He gave me tower, two big laddus, maybe 1 pound each, 500 grams each, okay. So one I gave to him and one I ate. Then drank water, now going against me. Will you believe it took us 8 hours to go around. It was very slowly moving and then coming at the same place. He stood in front of me. Now I said, I'll pay him. There was one sweet shop. I purchased 2 kilos of sweets. On that, I kept 51 rupees. On that 2 packets of sweets, of that 51 rupees, and after payment saluted him. And he is not accepting. I don't want. I said, for that reason, I did not accept your services. That in the end, we will have simply dispute. It's enough. 51 rupees is enough. And I'm not going to pay you more. If you don't accept, I will throw all this into the river. He said, no, I don't want. I don't want. I said, you give it to your wife and children. No, I have no wife, no children. He said, then I said, listen, I'm not accepting because they're less. I don't want to accept anything from you because I'm very happy to take you around. That's what he said. I said, this man has spent 8 hours with me and he's not accepting anything. So, this is his profession. He must accept something because the pilgrims are there. He must live on the income of pilgrims, you see. And I was just thinking in my mind, I cannot guess why he's not accepting. So he assured me I'm not accepting because it is not for the reason it's less. I'm not accepting because I'm happy to take you around. He took me everywhere. After that he took me everywhere. Manandara and everywhere else. So at that time he exclaimed, do you think I am Hanuman? He said. That's what I'm thinking. This man is not a man. And I looked at his eyes, were not human eyes also. So he clapped and disappeared. That's all. This is my meeting with Hanuman. And if you say you have seen Hanuman, you are very blessed, that's all. You should have immediately come to me. You should have immediately come to me. Why did you wait? Again, you drew back. First of all, these experiences come after millions of years. Millions of years. So many people are sent to Chitrakoot, you see. Many people who are here, they have gone to Chitrakoot. So your name is also good. Your name is also beautiful, Devdasi, no? So, this is the beginning of your life now. Don't hold back. Open up everything. Just Satsang. Very nice. Today I stepped through a door. On one side it was written scared. When I closed it, I saw the word was sacred. He is still very young. So always you must see the nuance. Round thus. Now do thus. Do thus. Excellent. Again.
Can you have?
What's it?
Can you have?
What you
I went to job on this side.
What?
I went to job on this side.
What? What you
I went to job on this side.
Jump? Uncle, you have What should we do now?
What?
What should we do now? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Just being here.
No. You might do something else.
You want me to not hold back?
Huh?
You want me to not hold back?
Not go back. 1 minute I'll call you after Satsang. 1 minute I'll call you after Satsang. 1 minute. Okay? Okay. Do this. Do this. Travel. How far you traveled? How far?
Far near.
Yes, that's all. Yes.
I feel very near.
Very?
I'm very much here.
Yes.
But it's also a very deep trance
Very deep?
state. I don't know what you call it.
Very?
He says, trance, Papa.
Trance. Yeah, that's deep trance.
I wonder about these trances.
It's a wonder itself. It's a wonder itself.
Sometimes I think it's an absence.
Huh? It will not be absent. Never it will be absent. It's very much presence. Yeah. Therefore I said, you go and get at the rising thought, where the presence, even the presence and absence has to rise. That's what we are doing. Even the presence has to rise. Therefore I said, you aren't going there. And once you get involved, you are caught. You are in the net. Yeah.
This thing of going at the source or going through it, it's very useful in all these minutes. I'm constantly going back there.
Yeah, constantly. What do you use? Constantly? Constantly going back. Yes. Constantly going back there. Not landing even at the source. Mind you. Constantly going deeper. Not the source you can't land. You see, this is the beauty. And this is a natural thought. You have not to make effort in this thing. You get involved. And everything is very simple. It will take care of you, everything, unasked for. Unasked for. Unasked for. You get everything in front of you. See? There is no responsibility. There was a question after freedom, what one has to be responsible, what one has to do. One has got to do nothing, think nothing. If one has to keep always in this thing, it becomes eternal life. I can't use the word, but it becomes awareness and consciousness is too far away to use. Being is, it will not be correct when you use. This is very special. Being, very special. Can't be called even experience, even consciousness, even being, even existence, deeper than that. And this is from where bliss arises, from where the consciousness arises, from where the existence arises. That who can describe this? Before the formation of any word. So this is always going on, going endlessly. Fathomlessness, cannot end. Fathomlessness, fathomless love, fathomless beauty. See, one gets lost more and more. And one is not responsible for anything, and you are checked on. You are looked around very well. And just a small incident of my own life. It was, I migrated in 47 in Lucknow after partition. Long time I lived in ashram before that. And then when I came, it was very natural for me to stay in this state. And I was going from in front of the general post office. I was walking, and there were tempos were not there. There used to be horse carts. Horse carts were there, but I could walk the distance. Everybody used to walk or use a horse cart. There were no tempos, no taxis, nothing. When we came here first in 47. So I was going there and then I kept myself very safe on my left hand side, walking. And in 47 we had old model Ford cars, old model. Maybe that model was 42, 43 model. Those who had footboards outside. Now the cars don't have footboard outside, straight away you jump inside. And I was very much on my left. And then I saw people gathered around me and asked me, we have noted the number of this car. Are you hurt? You come with us. This car drove away and we have noted the number of the car. You come to the police station, lodge a complaint, then you go to the hospital. They reminded me, and this pant was torn. My pant was torn, no doubt, and small scratch was there on behind the knee. And footboard was lying on the ground. Footboard of the car, he dashed with such a velocity from behind, and the driver ran away, thinking that this man is hurt with the footboard struck the back of the foot. The driver ran away, and the people gathered. Then the pant was torn. Then I looked, there was a scratch. I said, there's not much problem, I can walk also. So who took care? When the footboard was even broken and fell down, there must have been tremendous bump on my body. The bolts must be very strong. And who took care? No one can take care. Many accidents I see on the autopista, you see, autobahn, many things. But this kind of accident you see without any harm. Who takes care of it? So if man is constant in this, he is not responsible for anything. Everything is provided. So now